Right now, it's time to meet up with an award-winning musician who hails from Antigonish, Nova Scotia. Colin MacDONALD, along with his East Coast supergroup, the Trews, have been putting out hit music and racking up the hardware for a decade now. And they're marking that milestone with a brand new self-titled CD. We caught up to the man at Bumstead Productions in Toronto to talk career highlights, big city living, and how much this new CD means to the band. And I read, now get me with this, it's like a love letter to our fans. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it was, well, what I was referring to is that to finance this latest record, we did this thing called Pledge Music, which is kind of like the ultimate fan club. And the fans pledged on different things they could, exclusive content they could get from the band in exchange for support. And it was kind of neat stuff, like studio visits. Like, what's really cool is some of the fans sang on the record. I mean, on a few songs we have fans singing with us. It's really great. And it was really good to connect with the fans in that way over a musical project.
Right.
And we're really proud of it and really proud of the record. What I mean by love letter to the fans, it's like kind of, it's like a thank you thank you for letting us make this happen. We put some extra pressure on ourselves to make every track pretty stellar just because it's for them.
There are a lot of people that argue that every track you guys put together is awesome, but you think this is raising the bar?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well, thank you for that. I think we really worked hard. I think the songs are really there. We released a single like 2 weeks ago, and it's already in the top 10. So we're off to a good start.
Everyone's adding it.
Everyone's adding
Love it.
I love it. Yeah, I'll never get sick of that.
Now, it's not hard to figure out, like a big rock band like yourself, you're in Toronto, but going home, living here, what do you like about both, Colin?
I like the busyness of the city.
Yeah.
I like to stay busy and distracted.
Okay.
Every time I go home, I start writing songs. Like Antigonish is a good place to kind of sit back and reflect. You can do all your errands in about 10 minutes and be home.
Yeah.
Whereas errands in the city take a whole day.
It was funny because I was looking at MapQuest going, okay, well, we only have to be there. That's 5 minutes. And my best friend who lives here is like, oh, no, that's going to take you way over half.
Yeah, I live out in the West End, and it took me a while to get here. So,
you don't
just
mind
given the day. No, I don't mind. I like it. And I like Toronto a lot. And there's a lot of East Coasters in Toronto.
There are.
Yeah, so... I mean, I run into people from Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick all the time. So, I think there's a kinship between East Coasters in this city, actually. Yeah. But, I love the East Coast, too. I love the small town.
What do you miss when you're not home?
I miss, the friendliness of a small community. When you're out, people making eye contact and being friendly. It's something that doesn't happen as much in the city. But I still try to make an effort to bring that East Coast charm to the streets of Toronto.
So now I ask you this, Colin, because you've been at it since, if we went, would you say 97? Is that fair?
Yeah,
when you got together?
We started playing covers and stuff in like 96, 97. Like me and Jack and Jennings have been together forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't make me do math, but we're talking a lot of years.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine here's where you'd be?
No. I mean, in my wildest dreams or in my worst nightmare, I don't know which one. No, that's a joke.
Loves it.
I love it.
You can tell.
But it's just we take it.
The Stones. You're playing with, like, holy cow, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, those moments are incredible.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like those moments always come. I always talk to people about this. Like they come in such a whirlwind. Like you're in the middle of an American tour. We had just done like 20 dates, and then you're opening for Bruce Springsteen. Okay, let's go do it. And then, but it happens really quickly. And then when it does, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And you're thrilled about it. But it's all in hindsight that you kind of, when you reflect on it, it's all happening so quick at the time.
Right.
But, I definitely have those moments when we open for the Stones, I remember thinking like, wow, it's not going to get better than this. And then it did. We in Moncton, we got on stage and sang with Bruce Springsteen, like, wow, it's okay that now we have to top this. But it's definitely a major perk of the job. And it's unbelievable. It's great to have photos of being on stage in front of 40,000 people with Bruce Springsteen. It's like, wow. Didn't think this was going to happen.
Those people are singing your songs too, right?
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, there's no complaints, but it's like anything else. You get to the top of one mountain and you look at another one in the distance that's even higher, and you're kind of like, oh, we still have to go down south and win over America, and then we're going to go down and do club shows there. So we've always had a healthy balance of really awesome successes, and then still having to put our heads down and get back to work.
Right. You have to be such a team. Talk about that, because it helps that you're with your brother, or does it? I don't know. And family.
I think it does. I mean, at the end of the day, we all like we can fight like brothers, all of us,
Yeah.
and kind of make up and keep going. We've always put the band first and music first, and we know we're lucky we have a pretty good thing going, and we're lucky for it, and we like doing it. Like
Yeah.
when we take a break and get back together and play again, it sounds really, really great to us. So we're still happy with it. Like you lose a bit of perspective when you're on tour for 6 weeks anywhere, if you're doing anything for 6 weeks. But if we take a week or so off and we really miss it, and we get back together and we start writing again, we're like, oh yeah, it's still fun, still good.
We're glad you're doing it.
Yeah, me too.
So cool to chat with that guy, and I gotta tell you, fans of the band are gonna love their new CD. I love the new hair because people are gonna be like, "I love his new hair." Like, when did you get it cut? Should I know? That you got it?
I got it cut a while ago.
Slowly getting shorter, though. Am I
Yeah,
right about that?
yeah. I got it cut.
Not that I'm a stalker. This seems like an awkward moment.
It's all right. No, it's cool. I just got it cut a couple days ago in Toronto. Yeah, my buddy John, I get him tickets to our shows and he cuts my hair, so it's a good barter system going on. Yeah.
Big deal.